Good morning, viewers. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for clicking. This morning, before I head to work, I'm just going to talk about um, Cynthia G's video I watched this morning. Because as you know, I'm a fan of Cynthia G because I believe she hits the nail on the head regarding our society and community and our black men. So I always watch her and listen to her debates. And one strike me today, this morning, and it's regarding black men. Black men want women who are feminine and glamorous, women like Marilyn Monroe. I better not bite my tongue. So that's the video I'm about to talk about. What society don't know about these black men and their white worshipping nature is because the white man, they've done a fantastic job. Yes, they've done a fantastic job at protecting their women and promoting their women. Yes, hence why you see they want to dominate the screen, they want to dominate the school, they want to dominate most places. And this problem of whitewashing starts from school and our environment. And as a black woman, really, I wish we could create a school whereby I believe in integration and us coming as one and all. I do believe that, but in a sense whereby that is affecting us and degrading us more, it's a problem, and we need to kind of like look into it. Because my suggestion would be us having our own schools where our children, boys and girls, can see themselves in and as something to uplift them. Yes, where they can have that what's the word again? They can have that sense of yes, black is beautiful, black can do it, and black is it too. So they don't develop this anti-blackness from the white culture and white society we see today. So going back to the video, the reason, because I don't want this video to be too long. As I said, I'm going to work as well. So going back to this topic Cynthia did talked about. Like I always say, I see black men and I see their behavior at work, and I see that thing in them. And although they might think we are jealous, I'm not jealous. I'm just ashamed and very embarrassed and disappointed. That's the three words I have when I come across all this kind of black men. So like I said before, this issue of them, I would obviously break it down. The white man, number one, they've done a good job at protecting their women, their image. Yes? So this is what we all see out there today. And instead of us replicating what the white man has done, instead we kind of like internalize this self-hatred, you know, by the white man uplifting themselves. I don't know if I'm making sense, but this is what I see black people doing. Yes, instead of them to uplift themselves too, they themselves demean themselves. Number one, people who really do that, the number one sex who do that in our community is the black male. There was a guy who called in this video, and when Cynthia G asked him a question about which that he should name a woman that is feminine. And his first pick, his first example was Marilyn Monroe. You know, this Marilyn Monroe of a woman, yes, she was a B-list, an actress. She was a nude model, yes, and obviously a drug addict. I mean, slept around as well, you know, with many of our brothers, many black men. But she is seen as this epitome of beauty. Yes, she is seen as this epitome of beauty. This black man did not see Whitney Houston. He did not see Lupita Nyong'o. Yes, he did not see Brandy. You know, he did not see all these other women to use as his own role model of femininity. What he saw as a role model and an example was a white woman. On the other hand, Whitney Houston, she was a woman, a beautiful black woman, a singer, an actress, a multiple award winner. Yes, she had one husband. Yes, one man in her life. She was with, who was a drug addict. But most black men would not see her as the feminine woman. We all know that these black women are their least, the least women they would pick as feminine. And they seem to not understand why this is. Yes, so instead they saw this this man who called saw Marilyn Monroe as his own ideal feminine woman. Yes, and his peak was Marilyn Monroe. Out of, mind the way I pronounce the name, because I just can't bite my tongue. So he saw that as his own first idol. And I would not blame men like this, because even in schools, I'm a teacher. As a teacher, I see how whiteness is being pushed forward, and I see our kids and feel so sorry for them, because me as a grown-up woman, I know better, and I've always known, God has always blessed me to know better. So things like this, maybe as a child, would not have affected me, but for some reason, for most of our children, the fact that all they see and all that is pushed forward is a white woman, they internalize this rubbish. They internalize this confusion. Which is why I said at the beginning of the video, if I had it my way, I would remove our children from all of their schools, and they will only be black schools, because I don't think that blackness is represented enough in school. I don't think so. It is not. I work in school and I've worked in so many places, and I don't think blackness is represented enough. It is not. It is not at all. So society, media, environment are brainwashing our children day in and day out. That's what they are doing. And this is what you see in our black boys, especially nowadays. I'm not saying there are no black women who also internalize this self-hate and whiteness. There are some black women who do as well, but it's mostly embedded in black men. And that's where there is a problem. Yes? Society has placed this strong stereotype, yes, on us black women, and it's been labeled towards us. But society forgets, they forget how they've played a role in this labeling, in this stereotype. They've forgotten how they played a strong role in it. And the fact that black men don't see that as well tells a lot. Because of history, which we don't have to keep going back and forth to, because I believe black people should know this by now. So because of history, slavery, unfairness, that has been going on through our ancestors, we see that behavior or anger still manifesting in some of us black women for a long time now, and also the treatments from some of our mothers and fathers also create this form of anger and attitude in some black women, because I, as a black woman, I know what is going on. I know what society is doing. I have forgiven my mother or father in their wrong ways because they didn't know any better. So I've forgiven all these things. So I now have a clear head. I look around me and I see what's going on. And I try not to match any dirty, stupid, and foolish energy, because that's what society always try to make you do as a black woman, and I see it all the time. So moving forward to what I'm trying to say, society has labeled black women in this light, and black men has contributed to it, and they did it all by themselves, and they are happy that is how society see you as a black woman. Most of them, I think they are happy that that's how society see you, because they almost don't want you as a black woman to even be glorified, because if they did, then you will see more black women being glorified on that TV the way they glorify the white ones and what have you. But that's their business, because I know who I am. I know who I am. So yes. So this is why you see this aggression coming from black women. Unfairness. Yes? Unfairness. And the ancestral and slavery bloodline. These are the reasons you see black women are not seen as feminine and are not seen as the standard of beauty, As I'm a phlebotomist by profession. I draw blood, and I am a vaccinator as well. And I'll give you an example. There's a black woman came in, and she got herself ready as she should, and I went ahead to try and draw blood from her. You know, some of us, we have different veins, and some are easy to find and some are very difficult. So I did my best. Being good at my job, our vein was, it was just difficult to actually catch a vein. And I made an attempt once. I made an attempt the second time and couldn't find a vein. So this black woman obviously reacted aggressively. She did, and I told her sorry, and she still was very aggressive, and she walked out. In my profession, I meet a lot of people like this, but I also had same situation happened with a white woman. Yes, and there was a different reaction from this white woman. She just started crying. You know, she started crying, and she told me sorry, that it's not me, it's just her. It's always difficult for phlebotomist to find her vein, and it makes her so anxious. So she said she would leave, she wants to go, but she would come back again and do the necessary thing, maybe drink water and try and pump her vein out as much as she can, you know. For me, I don't think she should do all that. But then again, that is how she sees it. She said sorry to me, it's not me. And then she started crying, and then she said all that and she left. Whereas when you see the behavior of the black woman, if you ask me which behavior do I prefer, by all means, it's going to be the behavior of the white woman. Yes? Now, I am not in any way, shape, or form glorifying anything white. I don't see anything in white. I don't see anything in black. Neither do I see anything in between. We all shit. We all fat. We all smell. If we don't look after ourselves, we are all human beings. That's what we are. All human beings. So I really don't have any hatred towards myself, because I love me. I love me. I love how God created me. If I was to come to this world again, I'd like to be me again. Remain a black woman. Yes? So, but when you ask me which behavior would I prefer, it's the one of the white woman. And I see why men, or white men, or black men gravitating towards that side of things, that side of softness and femininity. Yes, I see why. But the same black men should also know that when you are with them as a black woman, you never have the chance or time to rest in your femininity, because they are more of the feminine ones. So we always have to step up to the masculine role, which as a black woman, I raise my hand up. I will not step up to any masculine role to any man. Yes, never. I've been there, I've done that. Not again. It's over. You know, so I see why they gravitate towards this, calling these women standard of beauty and being the feminine woman. Yes, whiteness has been bombarded, even in Africa. I remember there's a soap then they put someone of light skin or or white skin in it. So it's been bombarded in our faces, in school, in everywhere we go. Yes, and like I said, the white people do a good job of promoting themselves. Yes, they do a good job of promoting themselves. This is what the black man sees and want to be like. This is what the black man says and want to be like. This is what the black man says as his own example. He doesn't think of creating it in his own home, in his own environment, in his own community. No, he wants to go out of his own community and environment and go join those community and environment or a group of people because he wants the easy way out. This promotion of whiteness and the white man upholding their women is something the black man has failed to do. Yes, it's something the black man has failed to do. It's something the black man does not want to do. It's something the black man will never do. Especially those ones in America and maybe the ones in England. Maybe the ones in Africa for now, because obviously they have no other option. It's their women they see, so it's their women they will see. Maybe when they come to England and America, and they see the culture and the way it is, they will follow suit as well, because they are like useless sheep. They will follow. They won't have the sense to know that this is not right. They won't. And the reason the world don't like we as black women is because we tell the truth. We have more sense than the black men. We do. Period. We do. We are the one keeping the community going anyway. You know. I don't see anything in the whiteness. I don't see anything in anything. Even when I go out to the train station, you see the way they're promoting the white women they put them in the signboard, and only recently you started seeing them putting black women and black men, and you know. But you still see the agenda here and there. And as a black woman myself, I don't need anyone to validate me. I serve a big God. I serve a big God, and He created me beautifully well from this my head to my toe. He created it perfectly well. And that's what I stand on. Yes? So my advice to black women is not to allow black men control your behavior by gaslighting you. It's not to let black men control your behavior by gaslighting you into this oblivion. Don't go out of your way to gain the approval of men who contribute to publicly smear your own image. Because if they don't, then there will be more of you black women on the screen as well. More of you represented. But because most of the people who don't want you glorified are your own men. Sorry to say, For some reason, I have a son who is very adamant on, no, you know, it's not black, it's white. And I see where it's coming from, because in the school he goes to, is all he sees is the white person doing this, is the white person doing that. When did they started showing black history on school? As a teacher, as a teaching assistant, when they say it's black history, all I see is not black. I don't see black in the black history. I don't. Because for some reason, when you teach black children black history, it's either they tend to hate themselves more and worship and want to be like the white people. And if you are lucky, some get it and adjust their mindset and their thinking from it. But majority of them just go the other way. And it's mostly the black men. So black women, please, stop trying to gain approval of men who publicly smear your image. Stop it. Stop. Yes, stop it. Because this is where when you yes, you're talking about the mummies and all, and yeah, black women are mummies. We love our sons more than we love our daughters. We promote our sons more than we promote our daughters. I made a video about black women. They are jealous of themselves, but they are okay. They're not jealous of black